Hello, everyone.
Hi.
We're back. It's the Roy and Roy, father and son, our podcast number 5.
Number 5, guys. Oh, and before we begin, the views and opinions expressed in this podcast may offend you. And if they do, too
Dude,
bad.
Your disclaimer changes every damn week.
What does it matter? It's a disclaimer. The people know why it's there. It's just for, legal purposes, you know? What if we get
What
sued?
legal purposes? How can we get sued?
You never know.
How can we get sued?
Someone might really take offense to something we say, and they
Who?
might...
SJWs, social justice
Who
warriors?
knows, alright? Who knows?
We're not even in their little safety zones. This is the internet. There's no safety zone in the internet. Although one day there'll probably be a safety zone in the internet. What do you think about that? Do you have a safety zone
on the internet?
Yeah, safety zone. Do you guys have a safety zone at Sam's Club?
No.
No?
We're not
maybe
pussies.
I thought you guys...
So
Maybe I thought you had a safety zone. Like, do you have timeouts?
no.
Like, if your manager really pisses you
Everyone-
off, do you say timeout?
Everyone there either hates themselves or hates their job. There's no other
Really?
option.
Bull crap.
No one there loves their
I
job.
know someone does.
No one there
yes,
loves
I
their
do.
job.
You're going to agree with me when I tell you who it is.
Yeah.
You know that Amish lady that works at the food court? She's really big lady. She wears her Amish thing.
yeah.
Every time I go through there, she is happy as hell.
Nah, she's not
Very
happy.
friendly.
She's just saying what they tell her
No,
to say.
she's very friendly, very happy. She's always says, "Have a very nice day, sir."
No, she always says happy to help. Because
Yeah.
you have to say that.
So she's not a happy person. Like when she's in the locker room or something. Or in the
I don't
break
know.
room,
She
she's
got
like
on
cussing.
to me about some shit, and I was just doing my job, so.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd she get on to you about?
I was bringing some stuff up to the cafe that was supposed to go there, and I just take the shit to where it's supposed to go. It's not my job to stock it, anything. I just take it to where it goes. You guys find a way to put it away, whatever. So I take it up there, and she goes, No, we can't have any of this back here. There's no room. I said, well, it belongs in the cafe. Where do you want me to... I don't care. It just doesn't belong back here. I'm like... So I actually talked to a manager that was sitting right there. I'm like, hey, Laura, can I put this here? She goes, yeah. I'm like, ha! So I leave it there.
Freaking messed up.
She actually quit. That sucks.
Did she really?
No, my manager. My old manager.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I like that lady. She's always happy. She's a very happy person.
But yeah, fuck Sam's Club and Walmart in general.
How can you say that?
They pay me and I
That's-
shop there,
that's
but
what pays you.
still, fuck them.
Jeez.
I'd probably say that about any job I was at, though. So, work at McDonald's, but I never eat at McDonald's. Stuff like that.
Dude, I was so fucking tired last night. I was like beside myself. I thought I was going to freaking have a heart attack.
Damn.
I was laying in bed upstairs.
Are you for real?
No, I'm just
I'm
kidding.
like, damn.
I was laying in bed upstairs and I started get. Oh, you remember the jug that we used to make lemonade in? I made that whole thing of lemonade and drank the whole thing. That's how dehydrated I was, and I didn't piss till this morning. I drank that whole thing, and I didn't piss till this morning.
Y'all can't see this, but I'm looking at it. I'm like, what the fuck?
And even after I drank that whole thing of lemonade, it's like a half a gallon of lemonade. Even after I drank that whole thing, I was laying in bed, and I started getting cramps in my damn legs.
Ah.
Oh, that shit hurt so much.
You need to get out and do things. Like,
No, it's because I was dehydrated.
well, why didn't you drink shit yesterday?
Because we were busy.
Oh, hey, guys. We got our addition floor done.
Yeah, the floor is done. So
All we have to do is cut off the edges, and then we're set to do the walls. It's awesome.
Yeah, the floor is the hardest part.
And it took us like 12 fucking hours to do, too.
12
This
hours
shit
straight.
sucked. Yeah, straight. We took a break to
That's
go
not
and get
counting-
some stuff.
That's not counting the foundation. The
Yeah.
foundation was like weeks of work.
Yep.
But we got the damn floor. Now the walls will be up this weekend.
Yeah.
That's the
Those
easy
are
part.
easy.
Even the roof is easy. It's easier than that.
I hate
what
roofing.
we freaking did.
I hate roofing. This
But you're
shit
good at it,
sucks.
son.
I know, but it sucks. It sucks so much.
Man, I'm trying to find a good quote for this week. I really like. Did I do?
Look how unprepared he is. He doesn't even have a quote.
I was tired. Did
Whatever.
I do Ford's quote last week?
I don't know.
No, Ford.
Do you think I remember
if
the
the
stuff we
people-
talk about?
It goes something like, if the people of this nation knew how the banking system worked, there would be a revolution by tomorrow morning.
Oh, yeah, you did say something like that.
Yeah, that's an awesome quote. Unfortunately. Hey, Will Silver. I got my Krugerrand silver, 1 ounce silver. I got 2 of them, one for me and one for my son. So thanks again. Those things are beautiful, man.
Yeah, dude, that's legit.
Hey, anyone out there who's into silver, go to Provident Metals. They're not paying me to say this, but they're an awesome company. Go to providentmetals.com and look up a Krugerrand silver 1 ounce coin. It is beautiful. They only made 1 million. I think last week or the week before I said that it was like 250,000 or 500,000, but it's 1 million. They minted 1 million coins in the entire world of the 1 ounce silver Krugerrand, and it commemorates the 50th year anniversary of the Krugerrand. And it is freaking beautiful, man. I got ordered 2 of them, and they're like, they should have come with, I think, PCM or PCG certificates, because they're like in perfect uncirculated condition.
Yeah.
I couldn't find one flaw in one
They're
of them,
really
not even
nice.
a microscopic scratch.
Do you have a microscope?
Yes, electron microscope.
You really do?
Yeah, it takes double A's.
Technology. That's awesome.
Yeah, it takes double A's, man.
He's got a battery-operated electron microscope.
Oh man, we're gonna have. Can we pause this thing?
I mean, we can.
Pause it for like 1 sec. Oh, you know what? Just a second. I'll just tell her to call back later. Hey, babe. Hey, let me call you back in about half an hour. We're right in the middle of the father and son hour.
This isn't getting edited.
You're being recorded right now.
They can't actually hear anything, Ma.
Well, I gotta go, okay? So we can finish this. I'll call you back.
He won't call her back. He won't call her back.
Did you turn it off?
No.
Oh, you didn't?
No, why would I do that? This is hilarious.
I don't know. She told me that if the addition wasn't built by the time she got back. Oh, let's just leave it there.
1 second, I gotta go get my puffer.
What the hell, man? You're gonna leave that? Where's your puffer
We're
at?
super unprepared today.
Is your puffer in the car?
No, it's right here.
Oh. So what were we talking about?
Something.
Hey, in Venezuela is doing really, really good, by the way. If you guys look at the news, they're not in the news because they don't want it, the mainstream media doesn't want people to see what a socialist country turns into. But in Venezuela, I was watching a podcast today, thesergeantreport.com. Hey, if you guys haven't gone to the SGT report on YouTube, you guys ought to go to that site. That's an awesome site. This guy is awesome. I think his name is Sean. Sean, right?
Hey,
Sean
man.
or Dave.
Stop promoting other shit. Promote
Why?
our
They're
own stuff.
awesome. Still, they're awesome. I want to let people know where they can go and get really, really good content. If they don't like our shit, then fuck it. Don't fucking listen to us. Whatever, man.
I say that in my disclaimer all the
But
time.
the SGT report is legit. And there's this lady there. Her name is Lynette Zhang. She's an economist. And she's been studying world banks and all that kind of crap. And in Venezuela, in 2011, a 1 ounce gold coin cost 161 bolivars. Okay? Today, a 1 ounce gold coin costs 10 million bolivars. That's how inflated their currency has become. And that's why everyone's freaking starving over there and eating the horses at the zoo. Literally. They literally ate a horse from the zoo. They went and killed the horse. He was like a prize horse. People went and killed him and slaughtered him and ate him. That's how hungry they are.
Damn.
They're eating mice. They're eating rats. There's no dogs or cats in the street anymore. Barely any birds. They eat pigeons, birds, anything that has calories, they're eating. And for some of you smartasses out there, you'll be like, oh, everything has calories. Yeah, no shit. Because everything is energy. Anything that has calories that you can eat
Edible.
and digest,
Sustenance.
they are eating.
Sustainable for your
Yeah.
body.
What the hell was it that a lot of people live on a diet of rice milk, which is pretty much crushed rice with water. That's all they got to eat.
Well, it's got
Some
carbs.
people. That's it. Carbs. White rice is like eating a damn candy bar.
Mhm.
It's terrible for you, but it's very tasty.
It's delicious.
I
though.
love white rice. White rice. I make the best white rice
Ever.
that I know of anyone making,
Ever.
except for my mother. That's where I learned how to make it from. So I make the best. My freaking white rice is so damn good that you don't even need anything else with it. Can I hear an amen?
Amen.
Amen. That's right.
That shit is
Amen.
so
It's
fucking good.
delicious.
I could eat that entire damn pot with nothing else, no chicken, nothing. Just rice, straight
Just
out.
white rice is delicious. You
It's
just
probably
have to-
because you put like a stick of butter in it.
No, I don't put any butter in my white rice. I just put a little bit of oil,
Right, that's a bunch of bullshit. He
And a
puts
little
like
bit of salt.
he puts like a stick of damn butter in his
A
rice.
little bit of
It's
oil, a
crazy.
little bit of salt, and then you have to know exactly how long to cook it for. If you don't know how long exactly to cook it for, then you're screwed. It doesn't matter what you do, you're gonna screw it up. But anyways, my white rice is delicious. Oh, and I came up with a new dish, and I probably shouldn't say this. I should probably patent this dish, but my son ate it,
It's fucking awesome.
and he thought it was pretty damn good, and I did too. It's my twist on Chinese fried rice. I call it Dominican fried rice, and it is delicious. I should sell that shit. That's how good it is. I'm not bragging either. It's just true. That's the truth.
That is bragging.
No, it's not. That's the truth.
Okay.
What else?
Where's your topics list?
Well, I got one here about the Second Amendment. You know, the Second Amendment guarantees every American the right to bear arms, right?
Yeah.
Or that their right to bear arms shall not be infringed.
Correct.
So piece of shit Bloomberg from New York, he's been fighting for years to... Well, actually, he's winning. In New York, the freaking socialist government over there is winning on keeping guns from the, law-abiding citizens. So, I mean, I'm reading this damn article here. I read this damn article here about how... Remember that shooting of that congressman, I don't know, about a month ago? In that baseball park? I forgot where it was. I don't know, wherever. But
I
it was
remember him.
Scalia or something? Scalise or something like that's his name?
I just remember it was someone.
So check this
important.
out. You're going to really like this. In Washington, D.C., there are very, very tough gun laws. All right? So it's very difficult for someone to get a permit. So right after that shooting, you know what bill they're trying to pass now? Congress is trying to pass a bill where every congressman is exempt from any gun laws. Where they don't have to go and get a permit or nothing like that. They can just carry a gun. That's the country we live in. Just like they don't have to abide with Obamacare. Everyone in America has to have Obamacare, but they don't. In Congress, they don't have to have Obamacare in Congress. Oh, everyone in America, they want to take away your guns. They fucking want to restrict the way you use them. They want to restrict what kind you buy. But in Congress, oh, a congressman gets shot. Oh, no problem. Let's just pass a bill where we can all just get guns without having to ask anyone for permission, which is the way it should be for everyone. Not just for the fucking 435 fuckers and the freaking 100 freaking senators up there in freaking, the Beltway. So, that's what I got to say about that. We can talk all fucking hour on damn gun control.
Nah,
all hour,
it's kind of boring. It's
not boring to me because you know what? It's freedom.
It's really just two
I
arguments.
just want to be free. I just want to be free.
Here's my argument.
I want to carry a gun if I want to carry an M60 to Walmart strapped on my back. I want to carry an M60.
That's funny as shit. I would love to see that.
If I want to freaking walk to Walmart with a freaking rocket launcher on my back, I want to use a rocket launcher on my back.
I want to drive to work in a tank.
Yeah. You know you can own a tank,
Yeah,
right?
you can own a tank. They're just expensive.
But you know what the anti-gun people say? Well, do you want to own? What if you want to own a nuclear bomb? Stop being a fucking idiot. What if you want to own a nuclear bomb? Serious?
Someone asked that?
Yeah, that's one of the things that freaking not gun rights activists, but the other
Gun
side.
control activists?
Yeah, gun control activists say, well, should everyone be allowed to own a nuclear gun? Dude, shut the fuck
Nuclear
up.
gun?
I mean, a nuclear
gun.
warhead, you know?
You said nuclear
It's
gun.
like, dude, shut
hey,
up.
Dad, how do you
Stop
pull
being
that
stupid.
trigger, huh? How do you load that one? A nuclear gun? Is it like the
how do
Fat
you
Man
go-
or Fat Boy?
How do you go from, being able to... When people say that they want to be able to bear arms and, your right to bear arms should not be infringed, I'm pretty sure that the majority aren't talking about nuclear weapons. I'm pretty sure that the majority
They didn't even have them when it was written.
I know, I'm pretty sure that the majority aren't talking about having an F-35 jet fighter fully loaded.
Oh, that'd be
I'm
cool,
sure that
though.
the majority are talking
Well,
about
not
being
an
able to have
F-35.
long guns, being able to have sidearms, being able to have machine guns. And actually, even though nuclear weapons didn't exist when the Constitution was written, the intent of the founders in that your right to bear arms should not be infringed was not just handguns and rifles. It was the same arms that your government had. So kind of in the way that does apply.
So can I have a nuclear weapon?
You know what? I think if you can build one, maybe. If you can build your own, I don't know.
I don't actually know the laws on that.
I'm sure there's laws. You know, I'm sure there's laws because there's a law for everything. Okay. But yeah, that was the intent of the founders, is that you can have a weapon or a firearm that would match the abilities of that which your government has. Because what happened right before the Constitution was written and signed, they just had a huge fight with England, a superior force, and they knew that if you allowed government to dictate to you what kind of arms you would have, that you would always have the lesser of the two. You would have an inferior, you would only have the right to have an inferior arm as to that of your government. So that was the thought behind that. It wasn't for duck hunting. It wasn't for target shooting. It wasn't for so that you can collect them. It was so that one day, if your government may become tyrannical, you would have the ability to protect yourself from that tyrannical government.
You know what? Forget all that. You know what I think? I think Thomas Jefferson and all them other motherfuckers were sitting around high as shit drinking. They're like, dude, you know what I love?
They were
fucking
geniuses.
Guns. I love guns. We should all have guns.
No, they didn't.
Every single one of them should have guns.
No, you didn't. You have to think about that, though.
Alexander Hamilton's like, man, I'm gonna write that shit down. Ben Franklin's like, yeah, put my name on it.
You have to think about it, though. During that time, they had just experienced one of the messiest wars ever. Those guys probably didn't even like guns, but they knew it was necessary because they'd seen all the harm that they did. But they knew that it was necessary for a free populace to have, the right to bear arms.
I like my idea better.
But you know what? Let's stop talking about that because I get kind of emotional when it comes to that. What else should we talk about today? What's going on? There was something that I was going to say. What the hell was it?
See, this is the part where he's trying to think of stuff that he thinks he thought of before, but he didn't actually think of it. And now he's just looking up on the internet on his phone in order to see topics and shit.
No, but the thing is...
He didn't prepare for this one. We didn't prepare for this one.
Who gives a shit if we prepared or not?
So,
but this jogs my memory.
Yeah, right. It jogs your memory. You're looking at a screen. It jogs his memory.
It's jogging my memory.
Maybe you should actually jog instead of,
The Drudge Report is a great thing. I love the Drudge Report. Okay, let's see.
That shit again?
Okay, there was a flight delayed because of a naked passenger. Who gives a shit?
Funny.
Honolulu targets smartphone zombies with a crosswalk ban. So they can't cross through the streets, while looking at their phones. Hey, did you hear about that Japanese guy in Japan that fell off a cliff?
No.
This guy was looking at his freaking phone, texting, and he walked off a cliff and he died.
Good. Good. Maybe that'll teach someone.
This wasn't recent, but you can look it up. This wasn't recent. This was probably, I don't know, like 6 months ago. I remember that, but it just reminded me of it. That's funny. Do you know that Saudi Arabia is the head of the... Saudi Arabia is the head of the Human Rights Organization in the UN.
Really?
Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes total sense.
They kill more people for not believing in their religion. They kill gays. They chop people's hands off for stealing, which whatever. But they're like the lead in the Human Rights Organization in the UN. It's freaking awesome.
I think it's kind of like, hey, we'll put this guy in charge, and then whatever he does, we just won't do that.
Hey, did you hear about those freaking migrants that were found in the container? No. They were like freaking dying. I think it was like over 100 of them. I think a lot of them died. Where the hell did they find them? It was here in the U.S. I know they just found some in Mexico in a container. You know those big ass containers? They're like,
yeah.
What do you call those again?
Connexes.
Connexes, yeah. They found like 100 of them in there. They just got abandoned, locked in there. Like I think it was in Arizona.
Damn.
Yeah, it was like 100 degrees outside, and they were literally baking in there, like if you were in an oven.
That's crazy.
And like I think there was a whole bunch of them that died in there, and a few of them survived. But hey, that's the chance you take to come to the freest land in the world.
Yeah, no shit. That's wow. That's crazy. Imagine that shit.
What was the funny part about that? That they got rescued because of that, or because of what I said about that's the chance you take for trying to come to the freest land in the world.
I don't think any part about that's really that funny, to be honest.
You know, think about this though. You know, if we don't preserve our freedom in this country, as far down the rabbit hole as we've gone, as far as giving up our liberties, where else do you go? If the United States of America doesn't preserve its freedom, where else is there to go in the world?
Fucking Japan? China?
Nowhere.
Russia?
There's nowhere else to go. Oh, you know what the funny thing is Russia is probably freer than we are. You know, but that's my point. Where else do you go? You know, in the past, people came to America to find freedom. Now they come here to get free shit, which is the opposite of freedom. Because when you get something for free, it's not free. There's something attached to it. So when you get something here for free, what's attached to it? You become dependent on a master. So you have somebody always telling you what to do in order to get something, right? So people don't come here for freedom anymore. You can't come here to try to start a business because there's too many regulations and laws to try to start a business. It costs. I watched the Stossel. You know, I forgot his first name. Stossel. He used to be on Fox TV. He's a libertarian, but he went through all the steps of what it would cost to open up a lemonade stand, and it would take him about 6 months to go through all the permits and take all the classes, and it would cost him about $40,000
to open up a lemonade
stand. Yep, to open up a lemonade stand, because you know nowadays, if a freaking kid is selling lemonade on the sidewalk, they get shut down.
That's funny, because I just see a lemonade stand right next to where I live.
That's awesome. That's great.
I didn't stop by.
You should stop and buy some. Support them. Those are the freaking future entrepreneurs.
But I'd have to walk there, and...
So what?
I'm lazy.
Jesus Christ, man.
Like, it's right outside, too.
Future entrepreneurs, man. That's freaking... That should be encouraged. You know? But now... Oh, we don't know what they made it with. Who gives a shit?
It's a lemonade stand.
If you have a problem because you don't trust the product, because you don't know how they made it or where they made it, don't buy it. But if somebody else wants to buy it, leave them the fuck alone. You know what that's called? It's called fucking freedom. But now you can't even do that in this country.
You can't even open up a lemonade. You can't collect rain. You can't open up a lemonade stand.
In some freaking cities, you can't even have a garden in your yard.
Wow. Yep. That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, Portland, Oregon. Sanctuary City. Releases felony illegal. So in Portland, Oregon, there was an illegal immigrant who got convicted of a felony, and they released him, and he raped an elderly woman. And that's what I got to say about that. Portland, Oregon, you guys suck.
Good job, guys.
They protect criminals just because they're here illegally.
Good job.
So if you're a freaking citizen of the U.S. in Portland, Oregon, and you get convicted of a felony, you go to jail and stay in jail. But if you're an illegal immigrant, since they don't want to give you up to ICE, or to what's the immigration?
ICE, yeah.
Since they don't want to give you up to them, they release you. And then you go out and you freaking do other atrocities.
Apparently you rape elderly women.
So it pays to be an illegal immigrant in Portland, Oregon, but it doesn't pay to be a citizen or illegal immigrant. Freaking incredible. This is the world we live in. There's a whole bunch of crap about Venezuela, but I'm done talking about Venezuela. Those people are fucked. They are. Well, you know, maybe not, because a lot of them are fighting back.
Yeah, they are now?
Yep. A lot of them are fighting back, yeah.
That's good.
There's going to be a lot of people will die. So, a lot of people will die.
Anything else interesting?
Oh, Chicago's set to hit a record this year in homicides.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. What party runs Chicago?
Democrats?
Yeah. Oh.
Man, you're so biased.
I'm not biased.
You're totally biased.
Well, you know...
At least I try to play devil's advocate, even if I think they're full of shit.
I mean, they're both full of shit. Nowadays, Democrats and Republicans are all full of shit. It's one party. People don't think it's one party, but it's one party.
What was it we was talking about? Did we mention this last podcast? How, Obamacare, they tried to repeal it when Obama was in office, but it didn't go through because he vetoed it.
But when Obama was in office, they passed the bill and it passed Congress and it passed both houses. and Obama vetoed it, and it didn't have enough votes to get the veto.
Yep.
But now they can't even pass it. Now they can't even pass it through Congress because they know
That
Donald Trump will sign it.
Yep.
Before they knew for sure that Obama wouldn't sign it. Wouldn't sign it. Why did they know for sure? It's fucking Obamacare. It's got his name on it. Everybody knows it was Obamacare.
Well, technically, it's the Affordable Care.
Affordable Care, but still, it's Obamacare.
Yeah.
And that it's rightfully named by being Obamacare because he's a piece of shit that freaking pushed that bill on the people. He's the one that lied to every American. He's the one that pushed it. He's the one that knew that it would fail because it's failing and it's going to fail completely. And he pushed it anyways. Why? Because he wants redistribution of wealth. Obamacare is nothing but... Obamacare, the thing people don't understand is that Obamacare has nothing to do with medicine.
Roy's rants.
Yeah. Obamacare has nothing to do with medicine. It has nothing to do with you having insurance. It has nothing to do with somebody hoping that people in America are healthy and that you get your fair chance and that we all have to... It has nothing to do with that shit. It has to do with redistributing wealth. It has to do with the government taking money from you and giving it to someone who didn't earn it. Now ask yourself something. All right? There's a very good thought experiment right here.
You could just ask me, but I'll ask myself.
I'm asking. So, if the government can print money out of thin air, okay? Why do we pay taxes? Because if they can print money out of thin air, why don't they just print it and fucking pay all the bills? If they can print money out of thin air, why don't they just print money and say, hey, we don't even need Obamacare here. Here's all the money you need to pay for all your medical bills.
That's not how economics works.
That's Keynesian economics. That's what they believe. Keynesian economics believe in giving everyone a monthly salary just for existing.
That'd be cool if it
I'm asking you, why don't they do it? Don't tell me that's not
because
why
it don't work. It just don't work. It don't work.
That's not the right answer. There is a reason why they do it. Okay. The only way...
Wait, what did you just say? You asked me if why it doesn't... Don't they do it? Now they... What?
No.
Repeat your question.
If the government can print money out of thin air, and I know for some of you guys, you're going to say, it's not the government, it's the Federal Reserve, it's a private institution. Yeah, no shit. We all understand that. Federal Reserve is the one that prints the money and lends it to the government, but the government borrows the money from the Federal Reserve at will. The government can go and say, Federal Reserve, I need to borrow $1 trillion. Beautiful. Here you go. You got it. Here, Federal Reserve, here's $1 trillion worth of Treasury bills. Okay, T-bills. If the government can print money out of thin air, right? Meaning that there's really no capital behind it, except for the paper and the ink and the labor that it took for somebody to push a button on the printing press. Why do they collect taxes?
They want to keep you down.
Not really. Actually,
they need to pay back the Federal Reserve.
No. Why?
Tell me then. Just I don't know. Money.
Because collecting taxes from people is the only way that you can redistribute wealth. Money and wealth are two different things. Okay?
Yeah, I understand that.
So if the only way that they can take the hours that you worked at your job, the only way that they can take 20% of your hours that you worked at your job and give it to someone else is by collecting taxes from you. Even though they can print it, they cannot redistribute wealth that way. And wealth is not money. Wealth is the labor that you worked in order to have that money. Because when you have, let's say for example, when you have an ounce of gold, that ounce of gold is, an ounce of gold, I think it was what, $12.70 or something like that this weekend? It closed at? An ounce of gold is $1,270. Now let's say that's about what you make every 2 weeks, right? Roughly. Let's just say you make $1,200 every 2 weeks. That ounce of
before
gold,
taxes, yeah. That
ounce of gold represents 80 hours of your labor, right? So when they take your money, that the $1,200 that you earn, that $1,200 represents 80 hours of your labor. When they take that money, a percentage of that money away from you, what are they taking away from you? You never see the money. It just comes right out of your paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
So what are they really taking away from you?
My time and effort.
That's right, your labor. That is the only way that the government can redistribute your wealth. Your labor is your wealth because it's what you have. It's your private property. Your time, your body is your own property. It's the only thing that you have that represents what you earned. All right. So that's the only way that they can redistribute your time. So they're really giving away your time and your labor when they take away taxes.
Yeah, see,
that's why they don't print. That's why they don't fucking print money and give it to everyone. Although I do have a theory. It's not really mine. I mean, I've heard it here and there throughout the years that right before our next major recession, which is going to be any time now, or right after our next major recession / depression, because I
should
think
be coming close.
I think it's going to be a major depression, not no recession. I think we've been under recession for the last couple of years. The GDP numbers they come up with, I think they're bullshit. But when you take inflation, you take the GDP, like this year so far, we're at about 1.9%. I think the first quarter of this year we had like 1.2% GDP, and this last quarter came in at about 2.7. That's an average of about 1.9%. All right. So when you're in a depression, is when your GDP is negative. All right. But the way that you count that is what's the interest rate. So if our GDP is 2%, let's say, but interest rates are 3%, you're really at a negative, right? So I think we've been in a recession for a long time. They just don't say it. You know, people don't even know what the fuck a recession is. You know, it's when you've had negative GDP for like either 2 or 3 quarters in a row. I think it's 2 quarters in a row. If you have negative GDP, you're technically in a recession. I think we've been in a recession for a long time. But I think that after our next great recession or depression or whatever the hell they're going to call it this time, they're actually going to be sending us money. The Federal Reserve is actually going to be sending everyone in America a check for X number of dollars. And what are they going to say? They're going to say, we're going to give you this money because it's going to stimulate the economy. And people are going to be like, yeah, yeah. And they're going to go out and buy freaking flat screen TVs. They're going to go on vacation.
Yep, damn
I'm
right.
going to be buying silver, by the way. They're going to be doing all this shit. But what they don't understand is that inflation is going to ensue. Because where are they going to get that money from? They're going to print it. They're going to create it out of nothing. So what happens when you have too much of something? It's worth less. So people are going to be getting all this money. You're going to see gas prices go up, the price of milk go up, everything go up. I've actually been noticing the prices of a lot of things go up here. The price of butter has gone up. The price of salt has gone up. The price of bread has gone up here since I've been here.
So it's kind of like the Philosopher's Stone argument. Yeah, you got a thing that can turn lead into gold, but if you turn too much lead into gold, the gold's going to be worth less than the lead eventually.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what that is. That's fiat. So, anyway, that's what I got to say about that. I don't even remember what I said.
Yeah, me neither. I kind of lost you there, like halfway through.
How can you lose me, man?
I wasn't paying attention to you.
Like,
not at all paying attention. Kind of like zoning out.
Chris Christie confronts hecklers at baseball game while balancing his nachos.
That's an incredible headline. That is an incredible headline. I don't think I've heard a headline like that.
Oh,
wow.
Shit.
Since like
oh, hey, listen, this is a shout out
Alex
for my
Jones.
brother. This is a shout out for my brother Roy. The other Roy. Not Roy Jr., Roy.
You already said his name once.
It doesn't matter. His name is Roy now.
Okay. Right? I guess your name's Roy, Uncle.
You know what? The last time we talked, he's like, hey, man, you have to talk about this. You have to let the people know. All right? You have to let them know that the money they have in the bank does not belong to them. I'm like, I know. I think I've already covered that. There's a law they passed sometime in July of 2014 or something like that. He's like, no, you got to let them know. I want to hear it. Next time you talk about it, I want to hear it on the podcast that you're letting the people know because they need to know this shit. And I'm like, so yeah, people. So if you're in the United States of America and you deposit money into a bank, you did not deposit money into a bank. What you did is you loaned the bank your money. The bank does not have to give you your money back if you don't want it, if they don't want to. If they don't give you your money back, there'll be bank runs, so they decide to give you your money back. But the law states this. It says that there is no such thing as a depositor anymore. Anyone who puts money in the bank is now a creditor to that bank. Why is this important? This is why. Because if a bank files for bankruptcy or goes under and collapses, the last people that will get their money back are creditors. The shareholders get their money before the creditors. The people at their board or president or whatever the hell it is, they all get their money before you. And guess what? By the time that it comes down to you, you'll be lucky if you get 20, 30 cents to the dollar. Oh, what about FDIC insurance? FDIC insurance is a freaking smokescreen. FDIC insurance exists in name only. All right. So in the United States, there's roughly $7 trillion of insurable money supply. So the M0 money supply in the United States, M0 is the money that people have in banks and savings, checking, and CDs, shit like that. Okay, whatchamacallit? Financial instruments. Okay, dollars, CDs, savings, checking, etc. Okay, that's the MO or M0 money supply. Okay, there's about $13 trillion in the U.S. of M0 money supply. Okay,
Did you just say 7?
No. Wait a minute. No, I said insurable.
Oh.
There's about $13 trillion in the U.S. Of that $13 trillion, about $7 trillion is insurable. What do I mean about that? That about $7 trillion of that are in accounts that have $250,000 or less, because FDIC only insures you up to $250,000. Okay, so if, let's say, the banking system collapses in the U.S., do you think the FDIC has $7 trillion? No. The FDIC has roughly, they average around $35 billion. So if you divide 35 billion into roughly 7 trillion, you come up with about 0.5%, which means that about 0.5% or so, about 0.5% or so of the people that have money in the bank, that have loaned their monies to the bank, will be able to get their money. Or they'll all be able to get a share of that 0.5% of that 39 billion. So no, your money is not yours. If you keep money in the bank, what you're doing is you're risking it to someone else. You're risking your money. It's called a third party liability. All right? You want to be your own central banker. You want to take care of your own finances, take care of your own retirement. If you don't hold it, you don't own it. All those zeros and ones and whatever that you see on your bank statements, they do not exist. They're only zeros and ones in a computer. They do not exist. We've already gone over this, people. Come on, wake up. In the U.S., there's only about 250 to 300 billion physical dollars. And how much did I just say there was in M0 money supply? 13 trillion. There's only about 300 billion physical dollars. In the world, there's only about 1.3 trillion physical dollars. All right? And imagine how much money there is in the world in American dollars. It's a hell of a lot more than 14 trillion. Because we are the best exporters. The United States of America is the best exporter of one thing. What is that?
Pornography.
Inflation.
Oh, shit.
No, inflation.
Are you sure?
We are the best exporters of inflation in the history of mankind. What does that mean? That we send money out of our country at a faster rate than any other country in the world.
Are you sure it's not pornography?
No, it's not more. It's not pornography.
Is it at least on the list of like top
It's
10
probably-
exports? I guarantee it's at least top 10.
I don't
We
know,
make
man.
a shitload of porn.
Yeah, but what about all these other countries like Thailand?
Yeah, but there's just
Korea?
so many more people in America compared to those other countries.
Yeah, but they're poor.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
People do some stupid shit for that kind of shit.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know though. I could be fucking. I don't deal with that kind of shit. So I do not advocate that stuff. But if that's what you're into, go for it. As long as it doesn't hurt anyone else. Oh, look at that, Governor.
My dad's super straight
Hey,
edge.
Governor Christie is getting on someone's face with nachos in his hands
Are you
because he got
serious?
heckled. Wow, that guy is.
This
such
guy's been a
piece of
politician
trash.
for how long and he can't stand up to a heckle?
I don't know.
Like he can't just ignore it now?
Dude, that guy's a piece of crap. He's privileged. Yep, he's a piece of crap. He's privileged. What can you say? That's what it is nowadays. Ooh, I got oh, you already know this, but I got a brand new wave oven for $25.
$25.
$25. So, hey, I'm not promoting New Wave Oven or anything like that. I don't get paid from them or anything like that. But anyways,
You don't gotta say it every time.
I don't care. I like to say it because I don't want people to think that I'm promoting this shit. I'm not promoting anything. I would promote it if they paid me.
Hell yeah.
I would.
Get that
But
money.
anyway, so I was so impressed about the deal that I saw in that infomercial. Even though I have a New Wave Oven, and I actually just used it today. I cooked us some pizzas and they came
It's
out
very
pretty
good,
tasty.
yeah.
Oh, and you know that spaghetti sauce on there is 3 years old. I canned that spaghetti sauce 3 years ago.
Yeah,
oh,
he
if you
canned
guys
shit
didn't
too.
know, I can shit. I like to can stuff.
He's made some of the best damn jelly and jam I've ever had.
I like to make jams.
Five Below. No, or what was it? Five Below?
Yeah, Five Below.
Five Below jams.
That's copyrighted, so don't be using my damn Five Below jams.
Yeah, it is copyrighted
well,
too.
I mailed it to myself a long time ago.
It's copyrighted.
So yeah, Five Below Jams is the name of my brand because I use. First of all, we live in Alaska where it gets really cold, a lot more than Five Below.
Hilarious pun, isn't it? Continue.
Yeah, but all of my jams and jellies have less than five ingredients or less.
We can't call it organic because you need a license and a special tag.
but
and
it's
something.
natural.
But it is all natural.
But I do use organic products. I just made a batch of blueberry jam, and I used organic blueberries. The sugar that I used, it didn't say organic, but it's pure cane sugar. And I'm not gonna tell you guys everything I put in it. It's just really good. Well, it doesn't freaking matter. It's not like I'm selling it to anyone.
Oh yeah, and if you want to buy some,
No, I'm not gonna be selling that stuff because then it becomes a job. I don't want it to be a job.
oh yeah, but
After I retire, I'll sell it to people in the neighborhood.
you are retired.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
Your mom won't let me retire.
It doesn't matter what she'll let you do.
I
Technically,
work
you're
full
retired.
time.
You're retired though. You are a
No.
retiree.
I collect a pension, but I still work full time.
This guy is only 46 and he's already retired. Isn't that amazing? Crazy.
But that's because I collect a pension, but I still work full time, so I'm not retired.
You're
I
retired.
fucking wish I was retired.
You're retired.
Bullshit.
Anyway, if you want to buy some, just message the shit out of him until.
No, you don't have to message me.
Just message him. Eventually, someone will see it. And,
Dude, I wouldn't even know how to collect the money. I
You can-
don't even know how to open up a PayPal.
I can help you with that as long as I get like 50%.
What the hell are you talking about? I wouldn't sell it for that much. I'd have to sell it for like $15 a jar.
So what? This shit's
No,
worth it.
I'm not selling this stuff.
Yeah, he
Although
is.
it is very tasty.
It's very good.
My favorite is blueberry.
He
It's
said he
delicious.
would a long time ago, and
When I retire. When I retire from my second job.
what are you gonna do? This is like 20 years from now.
No, it's not only 11 years, man.
11
I'll
years?
be able to retire when I'm 57.
That's crazy.
Yes, sir.
I wish I could do that.
57 years old, I'll be able to retire. And then after that, I am never working again. Except taking care of my chickens and hogs and all that kind of crap.
And making jam.
And
to
making
sell.
jam. Yeah, me. But anyways, what the hell were we talking about? Spaghetti sauce?
I think so.
Yeah, that spaghetti sauce like 3 years old.
Yeah,
it's really, really yummy.
really nice.
Oh, no, the New Wave oven.
Oh yeah, new wave.
So I'm like, man, 2 New Wave ovens plus a Ninja blender and a Bullet blender, the little Bullet blender, whatever it is. Silver Bullet? I don't know, whatever. But anyways, for $119. And I'm like, that's a hell of a deal. So I'm like, I'm going to get that and then I'm going to give one of these to my son and tell him to give me half the money because it's worth it. So I get online, I go through all the ordering shit, and they're like, do you want the free Ninja blender? I'm like, hell yes, I want the free Ninja blender. Do you want the free pizza kit? Hell yeah, I want the free pizza kit. Do you want the free little itty bitty blender? Hell yeah, it's free. I want it.
There's a catch though.
So I get to the end and I go to check out, and it's true, it was $119 for the 2 New Wave ovens plus all the free stuff, $119. The only problem is that shipping and handling was like $239.
Just
I'm
239.
like, you gotta be shitting me, man. Twice as much as what the products were was shipping and handling. So I told him to screw off. Ridiculous, man. But you know what? That's okay. Let them charge $240 for shipping and handling. Because you know what? If somebody pays that, good for them.
They're retarded.
If somebody pays it, it means that they really, really want that product and they're willing to pay $240 for it.
Ain't no damn new wave oven worth that type of money. Sorry. I'm poor. Oh, now he's searching through his phone again for topics.
I was trying to look at
You know
that.
what? Let me look up a
thing.
topic real quick.
Oh, so hey, check this out. No, you see, these things remind me of things.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know the new Attorney General Sessions? That little old guy?
Mm-hmm.
So, guess what this fucker's doing, man? People think, oh, we got a guy in there, he's taking, he's already been arresting a lot. Like, it's in the thousands of child molesters
Damn.
and human traffickers. They've arrested like in the thousands already here in the U.S. since he's been in there. But you know what he wants to expand? You know what fucking program he wants to expand?
NSA.
No.
DHS.
No.
DEA.
Keep guessing because I'm trying to remember the damn name.
Okay, 1 second. Is it an alphabet thing?
No.
It's not an alphabet?
He wants to freaking increase this program. You know where, like, if a cop pulls you over and you got $2,000 on you and they're like, that money could have been used to deal drugs. I'm gonna have to confiscate that from you. You haven't heard of that?
Well, yeah, I don't know the name of it though.
Yeah, he wants to expand that.
That actually, there was a Supreme Court case, I believe. You remember the Indian man, I think, or Arabic man? He was driving. He had $100,000 in cash, and he said he was using it to start up a business.
Yeah.
And they took it from him, and he went to court, and he eventually won, and they had to give him his money back.
Yeah. No, well, he's trying to expand this.
Oh, wow.
He's trying to expand it. I'm like, what the hell? So people have to be afraid now of even carrying, cash. I mean, it doesn't matter how much cash either. If you want to freaking carry $1 million in your damn car and it's your money, why the hell should you be afraid that the cops will take it from you? I thought that the cops were supposed to be there to protect and serve, not to freaking steal from you. All that is freaking stealing. Hey, if anybody remembers what the name of that is, that law is, whatever, where they confiscate your money, put it in the comments or whatever.
Tell Sessions that Floyd Mayweather carries a fucking $1 million in a duffel bag everywhere he goes. Tell him bullshit, to go and try and take that money from him. Go ahead. I dare you to. I fucking dare you to. Do it. I want to see it. I want to see World Star where Floyd Mayweather knocks Sessions right the fuck out. That'd be hilarious.
It's like we're gonna turn into one of those countries, like in the DR. If you get pulled over for speeding, you give the cop $5, and he lets you go. That's the kind of country we're gonna turn into, with the way things are fucking going, man. It's freaking bullshit. Oh, civil forfeiture.
Civil forfeiture, yeah.
Yep, civil forfeiture. But it's got to be good because it's got the word civil in it, so it's got to be a good law. It's civil forfeiture. It's got to be a good law. Even though they're stealing your money, it's got to be a good law because it's got the word civil in it. It's to be civil. That's all. We're just being civil.
Oh, wait. I got some headlines. Flash news. This is the flash news moment, and I'm actually going to keep it under a minute. All right, so headline number 1. Sad Italian bank robbers wear Trump masks during heist.
That's funny.
There isn't any information. I'm just reading these off. Next one. Strange gelatinous sea creatures invade California coast.
Isn't that just jellyfish?
I think that's the people who go swimming. Next one. She's huge and homely. Meet the world's ugliest dog. This dog is fucking disgusting to look at. Holy Christ. Wow. Anyway, next. Daredevil hangs by teeth over Niagara Falls, setting record. Good for you, but you're fucking insane. Sorry. Next. Cat foils burglary. That's not really that crazy. I don't understand.
Your headlines are boring.
I'm reading... Fisherman, 73 years old, survives after 440-pound great white shark leaps into boat. Is that fucking boring?
Ooh, that's freaking
That's crazy.
How big was it?
440 pounds. This is a small one,
not that big, but still.
He's 73 years old. Holy shit. This shark is huge. I mean, I wouldn't want to tangle with it. Woman on phone. Hey, this is harkening back to what you were saying. Woman on phone falls through open sidewalk doors. Oh, shit. I've seen some people, fall through grates and shit, too, while looking on their phone. Bank robbery suspect strips naked during escape.
Hey, what do you think about Bitcoin? Have we ever talked about Bitcoin in this?
I'm sure we've talked about Bitcoin a few times.
I don't think we've talked about it. What do you think about Bitcoin? You think it's going to be here to stay?
Bitcoin?
Yep. I think so.
I can't tell the future. I don't know.
I think that the government developed
I'm
Bitcoin.
on the fence. I own Bitcoin, but I don't know how sustainable it's going to be in the future, especially when all the Bitcoin runs out and they're just running on transactions, because you can only, transact so many times before the miners and people who go through it are like, hey, I'm not making enough money off of this anymore.
But they'll just up the price of the transaction.
That's
the market
true.
will take care of it. The free market will take care of it. But I think that the government started Bitcoin. I think so because I think they want to get us on a cashless society. And
I prefer cashless. I really would. I really don't like cash at all.
I wouldn't mind cashless if your wealth had intrinsic value. If your wealth existed. So for example, let's say they had a coin that was backed up by gold. Or let's say they had a coin that was backed up by oil. Or by silver. Or by corn. Or by sugar. something that actually existed. The only problem I would have with that is that there's third party risk. That's the only problem I have with that. With fiat, there's third party risk. You know, even with cryptos, there's third party risk, because if you put your crypto, if you purchase cryptos and they're in an exchange, even if you only keep them in an exchange for 10 minutes, there's still a risk that you can lose those cryptos. There's still a risk that that exchange can get hacked and that you lose your cryptos.
Yep.
Okay, so there's always a risk. So I wouldn't really mind it if there was no third party risk. But I don't know. I don't really know what to think about
Is
cryptos.
there ever really gonna be non-third party monetary?
Gold and silver, there's no third party risk.
Yeah, but even so, gold and silver has to be mined, brought to somewhere, and then you get it.
Yes, but when you get it, I'm talking about when you hold it.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
Mining
yeah,
it,
technically.
mining it, and all that kind of stuff. There's no risk on your part to that. When you get it, it is what it is. It's an ounce, a tenth of an ounce, a quarter of an ounce, a gram, whatever it is. When you hold it in your hands, there is no third party risk. You're holding whatever wealth is in that amount of gold that you have in your hands. There is a third party risk. The third party risk is somebody trying to break in your house and steal it from you. If you want to call that a third party risk, you know. But as far as its value, as far as the value that is in that coin, in the gold or silver, as far as the value, there's no third party risk. If you have dollars in a bank, there's a third party risk. What if your bank goes bankrupt and you only get 20 cents to the dollar, right? The money doesn't even exist. I just told you how there's only so many physical dollars in the world, and there's, you know, trillions and trillions and trillions of digital dollars in the world. So the money doesn't even exist. When you hold it in your hand, it exists. You have it. There's no third party risk. But I don't know about cryptos. I mean, I think it's smart to have a little bit, just in case. You know, just in case we have a reset in our economic system, and for some reason the ATM stopped working. For some reason there's obviously not enough cash. It's been happening more often, hasn't
Yeah, it
it?
has
You said
been.
that you went to an ATM and didn't have cash.
Mm-hmm.
I went to an ATM and was out of cash. They're running out of cash because they're not really printing as much cash as they used to physically. They're not physically printing as much as they used to. So now, if you guys notice your bills don't look as fresh and crisp as they used to. Now they're looking more older and dirtier now because they're recirculating them for longer times. So but yeah, man, I think that Litecoin is going to be the superstar, even though it's only at $40 right now.
Really?
I think Litecoin is going to be the superstar.
It's only at $40?
Yeah, man. Cryptos go up and down. Freaking Bitcoin is like at 2,700, and 2 weeks ago it was like at 1,900.
Damn.
You know, Ethereum. I bought Ethereum at freaking $370, and it's at $200 right now.
Man,
But
I
I
should
don't
get on
give a
that
shit.
shit.
Well, I don't care. I don't consider myself taking a hit because I didn't buy it as an investment. I just bought it as a hedge. And what I have is what I have. Whatever it's valued at, this is what it's valued at. You know, and I will only ever use it if I really have to use it. So I don't care. Whatever it is what it is. But it'd be nice if it like went up exponentially. That'd be awesome, you know. But if it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But unfortunately, I think I really don't like the cashless deal. I really don't. I like being able to see what I own as far as money goes.
I'll use an analogy here. Like, I play a lot of video games and shit. I have since I was a kid, right? And, you know, nowadays, if any of you play video games, like, a lot of it's online. You have to have the internet and shit like that. Now, I don't mind it being online all the time, like getting my games, downloading them. It's really convenient because you don't have to have a lot of space. It's all on your... But sometimes the internet goes down and I don't want to play my game and I can't. So I have to have the hard copy with me in order to play it. So that's why I still buy like discs and CDs and shit from the store, because just in case something happens and I can't play my game the way that I got it, I'll have that hard copy to back me up so I can still enjoy it. That's how I feel about that. Same thing with money, because like I don't really like holding on to cash, but it's convenient if I ever do need it.
Yeah, our dollar's going to take a major hit here pretty soon. And what I mean by pretty soon is not tomorrow or the week after. It could, though. But within our lifetimes, or within my lifetime, we'll be in a completely different monetary system than we are now. Hopefully, we won't be in a monetary system that enslaves us the way this one does. But I guess that'll be up to the majority of the people. Hopefully, we don't leave it up to the millennials to decide what monetary system. Dude, do you know that one day millennials are going to be running this country?
Yeah. But they're going to be older and wiser.
That's going to be scary as hell, man.
And now that I think about it, that was a stupid-ass analogy. Never mind.
Yeah, it was.
Why didn't you say anything?
I was going to debunk it, but
why would you say anything?
Though?
What? Like, why wouldn't you?
Let the people debunk it.
Why wouldn't you tell me, like,
hey, that was
hey,
stupid.
son, that's really fucking retarded. Like, you shouldn't be talking like that on a radio show and telling people how dumb you are.
Well, I was thinking, like, when you download a game into your system, it downloads into your hard drive. So if the internet goes down, you may not be able to play with other players. But you should still be able to play the game off your hard drive.
Not all games are like that, though.
Well, then fucking buy a damn disc.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'd buy the disc so I could have it.
You just freaking wasted freaking 5 minutes of someone's life.
You know what?
You probably just wasted 5 minutes out of like one of our 23 viewers.
Dad, you just wasted like 55 minutes, alright?
Have you checked and seen how many viewers we have?
I have not. I don't even want to look.
I wonder if we're up to 50. That would be awesome.
Are you uploading these to Steam It too?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Hey, dude, I got like 9 followers on Steam It.
Oh, wow.
Hey, people, we're on Steam It too.
We got...
No, I do, because Steam It is my account.
It doesn't matter. We, like,
the
I don't
YouTube
say...
account is your account.
No, like, I don't say I only got 22 views on YouTube. We got 22
son,
views.
We have like 10 followers.
You owe me 52 cents.
You don't even comment on Steam It.
So what?
You don't even.
Why would I comment on our own shit?
You don't even go in there and give it a thumbs up.
Why would I do that? It's ours.
If you give it a thumbs up,
I'm not gonna thumb up our own shit. I'm not gonna like our own shit.
If you
That's
give our
dumb.
Steam It a thumbs up, then we'd probably have like $1.04 instead of 92 cents, and more people would see that it's got more thumbs up. My reputation, it's called reputation score, will go up. The more thumbs up I get, or it's not thumbs up, it's upvotes. They call it upvotes in Steam It. The more upvotes you get, the higher your reputation gets. You start with 25.
What's ours at now?
25.
Oh, shit. Well...
But we have like 9 followers. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I got 9 followers? We have 9 followers?
Whee!
That's awesome, man.
We're at 57 minutes. Is there anything else you want to add?
Man, that time went by quick. No, we better get off because I got to call your mother back.
Oh, yeah. All right, well, this has been another episode of the Roy and Roy Show. I hope you all enjoyed it. Everybody have a lovely rest of your weekend Sunday.
Yep, have a nice weekend.
Unless you live on the East Coast, it's already fucked over because it's 9:41.
East Coast sucks anyways.
Yeah, East Coast is pretty garbage. Don't live there. But yeah,
don't live in the West Coast either.
Don't live in the West Coast, the
Move
South
to
Coast.
Idaho. Idaho is a good place to live in.
Idaho?
Idaho is like one of the freest states in the nation. I think it's number 1 as far as
Dad, all they do is drink liquor and eat potatoes. That's all they do.
And that's called fucking freedom. If they want to eat liquor, eat potato chips.
I'm pretty sure they can't count higher than the ABV on their
yeah,
bottle.
But they're free.
All right? 40 is the highest they can count. Anything above that...
Holy shit! 13 followers on Steam.
Oh my god, we're famous! Yay! Anyway, yeah, that's cool and all. Everyone, have a good day.
Holy crap.
This has been Roy and Roy. Out and over. Or
Bye.
Whatever he says is stupid.